fucking way! Let's go! Are you kidding me? BREs! BREs! Oh! Oh! Come on! Call now! What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rowdy Time, and I'm going to go over my first impressions of the Madden 22 beta and you know, just what I think overall, man, about the beta. So as you guys know, the Madden 22 beta came out yesterday. You have until July 1st to play it. And there's a few game modes you can play. You can play franchise, you can play online head-to-head, and you can play MUT. The MUT team is just a bunch of stock 92 overall players, so that's super cool. No abilities or anything like that. So first thing you need to know, when you come in, it is next gen only, and it plays just like, if you guys have played next gen 21, it plays pretty much similar to that. The play art, when you go to pick your plays, is the exact same as next gen Madden 21. The play art, when you actually hold down on your right trigger button, your bottom right trigger button to, you know, like see what your play art is, it actually kind of like draws it. It just doesn't automatically pop up, it draws it. And there's also, you know, there's a lot of new features. So as one of you guys know, one of the new features is the momentum system. Now I think it's in either, I don't know if it's like in stadiums or what, but like, so pretty much, you know, if a team gets momentum on their side, your play art actually becomes shaky, right? So pretty much, let's say some dude's dominating you, right? And let's say he gets like a pick six, and then maybe he sacks your quarterback, or, you know, something like that, and he builds momentum on his side. What ends up happening is your play art actually ends up becoming shaky because momentum is on his side. And then after that, what happens is if he keeps on getting more and more momentum, apparently there's also a feature where, like, let's say I go to hike the ball, right? And let's say, you know, I'm looking for my read, which is maybe square. Apparently, if you get enough momentum, you can make someone's receiver icons disappear. So at that point, you have to have memorized your receiver icons. Now I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if this is going to make its way into competitive Madden. I don't know. There's a lot of concern right now, you know, within the MCS players and competitive players in Madden about, you know, if this and the stadium effects are going to come into play when it comes to competitive Madden. As you guys know, MCS is a competitive side of Madden, you know, some of the best players in the world. And a lot of dudes are kind of scared of what could possibly happen, right? If the momentum, you know, makes its way in these competitive games, because then, you know, guys already fight over home field advantage in the MCS tournaments because of East Coast, West Coast lag, right? And we don't know if we're going back to, like, in real, like, you know, real life tournaments or whatever, stuff like that. But if that happens, then you have dudes fighting for, well, I want to play in this stadium. I want to play in Denver Stadium because then I can make you play, you know, I can make your players more tired. Therefore, that changes up the way you have to play the game and how I can play my defense. Or, you know, the other stadiums have other effects too, but like, it's like Chicago. Like, Chicago affects your kicker more because of the wind. And, you know, there's stuff like that happens. So, I mean, if the momentum and, like, the abilities that come with stadiums make its way into competitive Madden, that changes up the whole competitive scene, man. Because at that point, then, right, what you have is, you know, you have this whole brand new element that comes to competitive Madden now. And just Madden in general, right? You have dudes fighting for what stadium they want to play in. You know, dudes are going to end up probably wanting certain stadiums banned. You know, people are going to want momentum banned. Like, you know, there's a lot that's going to happen, right? And it's going to be very interesting. Like I said, we're only on day 2 of this beta, so a lot can happen. A lot can happen, right? But yeah, so that's a new momentum system, stuff like that. You know, it's a cool feature, but I don't think it's going to make its way into competitive Madden. But we don't know. We have no idea with Madden. EA Sports has done crazier stuff before, boys. They've done crazier stuff before. So we don't really know yet, right? Next up, from what I've heard, is that 335 wide, I think it is still super overpowered. So I'm hoping that gets fixed. Also, I think a 146 also still kind of overpowered. So like I said, this is a beta, so I don't think we need to overreact too much about certain stuff still being in the game that works. Because like I said, it's a beta and they're getting our feedback. So hopefully, you know, that stuff will be fixed once we get to the actual, you know, release and launch of Madden 22. Also, air trucking is dead, boys. From what I've seen, air trucking doesn't work anymore. So, you know, that's good. Another thing you're going to notice, weight matters a lot in this game, man. I was playing a game yesterday, and I tried to hit stick this dude, Travis Kelce, with, like, Jair. I pretty much tried to hit stick with my cornerbacks. And Travis Kelce broke every single tackle that was possible from a cornerback, man. I did not get Travis Kelce down until I tried to hit stick him with my safety. So conservative tackle is actually going to play a big role in you tackling bigger dudes. You are not going to be able to hit stick dudes with your cornerbacks anymore. So how on current gen and, you know, sometimes on next gen Madden 21, you could hit stick somebody with like Deion Sanders or something like that. Nope. Weight actually matters, and if you're a bigger dude like a Derrick Henry, if your Derrick Henry goes up against a little small cornerback like Jair Alexander, Derrick Henry's going to break the tackle every single time unless they conservative tackle, and they're probably going to have a better chance of tackling. But you try to straight up hit stick somebody with your cornerback, dude, they're going to break every tackle, which I like, though. That means weight's mattering more, and I really appreciate that. Weight mattered a little bit in Next Gen 21. Like, if you were a bigger running back, you would break a few tackles, but you wouldn't break every tackle, you know, from a small dude, right? Now what we have is now we have weight playing in, you know, the hand, and I like that because that's more realism in the game, right? We have more, you know, bigger dudes breaking the tackles, which is what I've always wanted. I hated how in current gen Madden, Derrick Henry could get hit stick by a cornerback that was nowhere near his weight or height. I hated that. I don't like that. I thought it was a terrible feature. So I'm glad now, if you mess up and you're just relying, oh, well, I'll just hit stick him in the flat with my cornerback. Nope. That's not going to happen. Which I like, because now that kind of changes people, how you run your defense and stuff like that. And, you know, I really appreciate that feature. Another thing I noticed is man coverage is not that good. It's not as good as it was in current gen or next gen Madden 21. I had a dude press on me multiple times last night in a game, and I sent Mike Evans on a streak, and I don't know if maybe I didn't pay attention that much to how, you know, next gen played on 21. But, dude, Mike Evans, like, pushed him off and burnt him like crazy when he tried to press on me. And it was a smaller cornerback. And I haven't really seen that happen as much on Next Gen 21. So I think they might have added that. I don't know for a fact. I haven't tested out too much on pressing, you know, smaller cornerbacks on tall receivers and then pressing a taller cornerback, you know, whatever. But I like that. I loved how it reacted, you know, and I really liked how Mike Evans reacted to someone pressing up on him, you know. He kind of pushed him off a little bit, which we see in, you know, real-life NFL, where, you know, if you get if a bigger receiver's on a smaller cornerback, he'll kind of push him off a little bit so he can create that space and then take up off the field. And I love that. I loved that, you know, the game made him pay for trying to press me and just blitz everybody. And I absolutely love that, and I'm here for it. You know, I think that's great, man. I think that's great. You know, and, you know, that's just my overall features. Also, with abilities. So, let me talk about abilities real quick. So, Gunslinger is still in the game. All the abilities we had last year are still in the game. Deflator, Mid-Zone KO, Acrobat, Gunslinger, Roaming Deadeye, Quick Draw, Escape Artist. All those abilities, all in the game still. Dudes that, you know, I was playing with regular rosters. All the dudes... anybody that had X Factors or Superstar abilities last year still have them. So, like, Patrick Mahomes still has the same abilities. Aaron Rodgers is still the only quarterback with Gunslinger on regs. So, yeah. But, yeah, Gunslinger's still in the game, which means, you know, obviously at the beginning of the year, quarterbacks are going to be floating the ball, which is going to change up how everyone has to play. So, be prepared for that. Which, you know, I kind of wish Gunslinger wasn't in the game, but it is what it is, man, and we kind of have to deal with it. Hot Route Master's still in the game, so you're not going to have any better stock routes available to you. It's going to be just like this past year's Madden. You're still going to have, you know, your streak, your slant, but you're not going to be able to do a post route on a receiver unless he has the outside wide receiver apprentice, or, you know, if you have Hot Route Masters. So, be prepared for that. But overall, man, they also did make the agility faster. the game feels a whole, not too much faster, but it is definitely faster than Next Gen 21. So that's super dope. I love that. It's, you know, it's not too fast. It's not like everyone's on bananas, but it's also not too slow like 21, right? I feel like I love 21, but Next Gen 21, but I feel like it was a little bit slow. I think 22 is a good balance of the speed. I really like how it feels and how it runs. Users feel a little bit more controllable. It doesn't feel like you're in quicksand as much on Next Gen 21. You can maybe cover 2 routes. You have a better chance of covering 2 routes now than you did in Next Gen 21, where you were gonna have to stick to 1 route pretty much. Strafe bursting, I've heard, is really well. Strafe bursting, from what I've heard, is I think the move is going to be strafe bursting. And then, you know, letting go of the strafe and then going straight into the turbo and then kind of going where you want to go. I've heard QB contains don't really work that well. I used QB contains yesterday, and they worked pretty well for me, honestly. So I don't know, but like for me, I was using QB contains yesterday, and they worked pretty well for me containing the quarterback. So those seem pretty well to me, but like I said, I don't really know. But you know, there are some still issues. Like I said, some of the formations still being glitchy. They did patch Las Vegas Raiders playbook. If you guys know, Las Vegas Raiders is playbook is the playbook most of the MCS dudes were using last year. Trips tight end has been taken out of that. So has Stretch Alert X Rookie, I think it was. It's pretty much like stretch play where like it's like a RPO, so you can either hand it off to your running back or you can throw a quick slant. That's no longer in Las Vegas's playbook, and they also took trips tight end out of it, which is super interesting, man. So Las Vegas's playbook got super patched. I heard Ravens playbook is a whole lot better, man. So yeah, that's just my initial reactions on the game so far. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated, man. But so far, I really like everything, though, man. There's not too much to complain about. I know guys are going to find little stuff to nitpick, you know, just stuff like that. But overall, man, I honestly like the game. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of like it. For those who are like, oh, the beta sucks, it's trash, it's just straight up trash, give it a chance, guys. Give it a chance. It's a new game, man. Let's not come in this year being negative, all right? I want this to be a good year for all Madden content creators and Madden players in general. Let's all be positive, man. Let's all spread that love, boys. And let's just have a good time, man. We all love football. Why have to be negative about it 24/7? Let's have a great year, man. I'm super excited for all the road to Madden 22, boys. We're currently grinding to 100 subs, man. So if you guys could please hit that thumbs up button, man. Drop a comment down below what you think about the beta so far, if you've gotten to play it, or, you know, what your hopes are for Madden 22 going forward, man. Let me know. And make sure to share this video. And yeah, man, make sure that notification bell to be notified every time we come out with a new video out here on the YouTube channel. And make sure to hit the link down below to check out all my other socials on Solo Tree. It will link you to all my other socials and platforms that I am putting content out on, man. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day, man. And happy grinding season, boys.